Is the iPhone SE 3rd generation actually worth your hard-earned money, or are you just paying for the Apple marketing hype? Let's look at what you're really getting before you hit buy. Welcome back to Tech Verdict Central, where we give you straight-to-the-point reviews to help you shop smarter. By the way, if you're already looking to grab this phone, or maybe you just want to track its current live price while you watch, I've already placed the official link right down in the description in the pinned comment below. Today, we're cutting through all the noise in this explainer to see what you really get with this device, specifically the 64GB unlocked renewed version. We're going to look directly at the facts so you know exactly what this phone brings to the table.
Okay, let's dive into this. Section 1, the value proposition. Let's look at this as an affordable Apple entry.
So, the value proposition here is arguably its strongest asset. If you've been looking for a gateway into the whole Apple ecosystem, buying this renewed lowers that cost barrier significantly. It's honestly one of the most accessible ways to get your hands on iOS without sacrificing core performance. At its heart, this device combines a really classic, compact design with truly modern internal processing power. You're literally getting flagship-level performance stuffed right into a smaller, much more affordable body. Plus, it gives you full access to the latest versions of iOS, and, it brings back that highly familiar home button experience with Touch ID that honestly so many people really miss.
All right, Section 2, real-world performance. Let's look at everyday smoothness. What I like most about this is how it brilliantly illustrates the power of Apple's ecosystem. Because of their incredibly tight hardware and software integration, your everyday tasks just feel ridiculously smooth and responsive. We're talking about messaging, FaceTime, scrolling social media, navigation, streaming, the whole shebang. Apps launch super fast, and the phone handles multitasking so much better than a lot of budget Android alternatives sitting in that exact same price bracket. It's really a little powerhouse.
Now, you might be wondering about the camera. Well, it is just a single-lens system, which I know might sound a bit limiting at first, but the reality? It actually delivers incredibly sharp, color-accurate photos in good lighting. Apple's image processing kicks in behind the scenes to produce highly reliable results for your casual photography. And video recording is still a massive strength here. It offers really stable, crystal-clear footage that is absolutely more than enough for capturing family memories or throwing up a quick post on your social feeds.
This quote on screen right now perfectly captures a growing sentiment among smartphone users. The compact size isn't just some nostalgic throwback, it's a genuine advantage for folks who prefer true, one-handed usability. You don't have to awkwardly stretch your thumb all the way across a massive piece of glass. And for those who prefer unlocking with a physical fingerprint rather than facial recognition, the return of Touch ID is just highly appreciated. Overall, it's just a solid, reliable, real-world performer. So it sounds fantastic, right? But hold on a second. There is one specific detail about this product that could completely change your mind about buying it. We'll get to that critical point right now, because we need to peel back the curtain and look at the catch. Moving right along to Section 3, the catch, let's talk about those hardware compromises. Okay, transparency is key here. When you look at the iPhone SE 3rd generation, you have to remember that this device is strictly about performance value. It is absolutely not about cutting-edge design or the latest visual trends. The starkest contrast you'll find is between those blazing fast internals we just talked about and its completely outdated exterior. Actually, let's just be real, the design is undeniably dated. You're getting much larger bezels, those thick black borders at the top and bottom of the screen, and a significantly smaller display compared to the modern edge-to-edge smartphones dominating the market today. However, here's the catch you really need to consider. The crucial point is understanding these specific deal breakers. First up, the battery life is acceptable, but it is certainly not class-leading. Heavy users who stream or game constantly are absolutely going to drain this thing fast. Second, that 64GB storage limit, yeah, that can feel incredibly tight right now, especially if you take a ton of photos or download massive apps. And remember, there is zero expandable storage here. Finally, that single rear camera, while perfectly good for basic shots, completely lacks the versatility of the ultra-wide or optical zoom lenses you'd easily find on newer models. All right, Section 4, the final verdict. Let's decide if this is actually worth it. Here's the final breakdown. This phone is an absolute perfect match for budget-conscious Apple fans, first-time iPhone users, or anyone who just wants a compact phone with reliable speed and long-term iOS support. However, you should completely skip it if you're a heavy gamer, if you store massive amounts of media locally, or if you simply must have a modern edge-to-edge screen. To sum it all up in one sentence, you're getting modern, flagship-level performance at a fraction of the cost, but you have to accept a dated design and strict storage limits from a bygone era.
So, knowing that you're trading a modern aesthetic for top-tier processing power, does this classic design still hold a place in your everyday life? If this review helped you out, make sure to check out the link in the description, and I'll see you in the next explainer.